Hi everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. This is a follow-up video to what I made for Virgo. Virgo. What do we need to know about Virgo? Straightforward. Most important thing to tell Virgo people. My dad is a Virgo and he's very skeptical. And I know another Virgo who's very skeptical, and they can be very hard on themselves. Like they're all about the quality of their work. And they produce good quality as well. Virgos are the type of people who don't want to delegate tasks. I mean, not everyone, because they're afraid that the person they're delegating the task to are unable to produce same results. So Virgo can be very hard on themselves. Like they tend to overwork. Virgo, growth. There's a growth. Spring, season, summer, flowers. Growth, bloom. Something is blooming. There's always a good sign. Spring, growth. Growth, source of income, livelihood, well, source of water. Maybe this is a beginning of a new life, a new cycle. When I see this card, it's very, very promising, as if to say, finally, we're not going to experience drought anymore. You could also be a farmer. You could also be a farmer starting your own life in the countryside. Could be discovering a new way of living, okay, or a source of income, a source of life, well, water, a promising new beginning. 41 could be an important number for you, as well as number 2. You're blooming. Something here is blooming, growing. Enlightenment. Very beautiful. Look at this. Enlightenment. Are you going to Himalayas, and you might become a Buddhist or a monk. There's a sense of enlightenment here. It's beautiful, like simplifying your life, I guess. Or maybe this is like a spiritual activity for some of you. An aha moment, a discovery. Joy. Gosh, you have all the beautiful cards. Joy. Your name could be Joy. See, we have flowers. I'm a very visual reader, and I feel like the universe is very literal. The universe is not for the ones with high IQ. You don't have to be super intelligent. The universe meets you wherever you are. It meets you halfway. You're going to dance, Virgo. You're going to dance because you will discover something here. A source of income, a new life. You might end up becoming a priest, a monk, or discover someone. Might go on a retreat and meet your mentor that will enlighten you, help you see things clearly, what matters to you, what really makes you happy. A yoga instructor, or you're becoming a yogi. The eat, pray, love kind of thing. I think some of you might end up going on some kind of a retreat where you will discover yourself, your true self. What truly makes me happy? What is my ultimate source of joy? Accepting things for what they are. Something here is blooming with all the flowers that I can see. What's happening to Virgo? What's happening to Virgo? There was a loss, depression. Maybe somebody lost their job, spouse, a loved one, or a job. There's a loss. There's some kind of loss, very heavy. Maybe this loss will propel you to seek enlightenment in the Himalayas. Sorry, I don't want to joke about it. You know, when you lose something, or you lose your loved one, that's when the enlightenment hits. Like, what, I'm just gonna focus on what I have in front of me, because, you know, I mean, what is the worst thing that can happen? You've lost a loved one, you've lost your house, your job, your everything. So you might as well be happy. You're still alive. This is what I'm getting here. Like, after a loss, maybe multiple losses, you're finally seeing things clearly. There's a sense of enlightenment after this loss. There is a very strong feminine energy here, however, with the Empress. The Hermit is shining a light, a lamp, right in front of the Empress. This could be the, you know, you might be, and your back is turned on the Empress. But you're not interested in this woman. You're not interested in this. Could be your mother or your spouse, girlfriend. It could be an actual person. But at the same time, it's a status, you know. The Empress is a status of fertility, of abundance. And then here we have, because I was already thinking, you might be dealing, some of you could be dealing with a woman with a beautiful wavy blonde hair. Okay, I don't think this is a woman that you lost, because the 2 cups are still standing behind this man with a black cloak. There is an existing partnership, but I think this person lost. If this is you, Virgo, you lost something. It's very deep to you. You can't even focus on this Empress behind you. Like, the cups are standing behind, and the 2 cups, you know, it's a relationship, it's connection. So maybe you have an existing connection with this Empress, but for some reason you're more focused on a loss. Maybe you lost a pet and or your job, but you couldn't focus on the woman that you have, on your girlfriend, on your wife, because you're sad about your dog who passed away, you know, because you've had them for 15 years, which I understand. But I don't think this is just a pet. You lost something here. You lost something here. You lost your joy, your passion for life. I don't know. What is this? Tell me about the Empress. I hate it when the cards are so... when I can't understand the cards. But my eyes are able to absorb it, but I cannot... You know, it's like it's right in front of me, but I cannot grasp the energy. What is the Empress? Who is the Empress? Because I don't think you lost the Empress. Her energy is still with you. The Empress is giving you 10 cups. Maybe she makes you happy. But for some reason, the Empress's energy is not enough. Look, like, sure, she's there, but hey, I'm focused on this loss. I just don't know what you lost. The Empress is your 10 of cups at the moment, so you could be married to this Empress, and there's no doubt about it. They give you happiness. But look, you have the 4 of Pentacles, as if to say, you know, it's like being in a buffet. Everything is there, but for some reason you feel like something's missing. Well, you lost a third party, or you lost... I don't know. I don't know what you've lost. But this loss outweighs... the happiness that the Empress gives you. You're not happy with this woman that you're with. I don't think this is your mother. Maybe for some of you, like, I don't know, you're trying to move away from your mom. But there's a feminine energy in your life that's not making you happy. Okay? And not enough. Not enough. There's a constant feeling of, if only I could do this. If only I can have that. If only... This is also a card of unable to move on, unable to forget the past. So, what did you lose? What did you lose, Virgo? Is this you? What did you lose, Virgo? What did Virgo lose? But again, there's a sense of enlightenment that's coming to you. So don't stay in this sad energy. Okay. But I think eventually, okay, I asked for clarification for this Five of Cups. But look at what I have. The Emperor making progress. Making progress. Maybe you're going to finally stand up and then gather your strength to, maybe you're going to start looking for a new job, or you're going to focus on picking up the pieces, because Eight of Pentacles is a card of starting from scratch, working your way up. So maybe you lost your business, I don't know, to a fire, or you lost your source of income. That's why you cannot focus on the woman that you have, because her presence is not enough, because we all need to eat, we all need to pay for the bills, and she's the Empress. She probably spends a lot of money, but the Empress is rich. So maybe this is your spouse who makes enough money for a living, there's no doubt about it. But there's this constant feeling of, I cannot focus on the happiness that you're giving me. It's a buffet, but it's a Chinese buffet, but I know I came here for the Chinese buffet, but for some reason I'm craving for pizza. It's an odd comparison. I just can't think of anything else. What did you lose? Your job? Because for some reason, look at you, you're going to finally make a move. Maybe this is the effect of Mars moving to Leo. But Leo is your 12th house as Virgo. You're gonna make a move as an Emperor. This is a very dominating masculine energy. I'm gonna make a decision, I'm gonna move forward. Or you might end up sending a message concerning your finances or your business or your employer or employment in general, because of the Eight of Pentacles. But what I can see here is you're going to move past this loss, and you're going to pick up the pieces and move forward with your life. So maybe you lost your job, and then you've been out of work for maybe a couple of months to a year, and you're finally recognizing that, you know what, I need to move ahead, I need to move forward. After all, you still have the Empress with you. She's still behind you. See, she's behind you. You're lucky to have that. But you're picking up the pieces and you're starting to move forward. So again, this is all about enlightenment. And your inner knowing, Hermit, the Hermit is telling you, you have the Empress. You have the Empress behind you. What is the joy? There's joy here. I forgot about that. There's a dancing woman in your life. Maybe your spouse is a dancer. Joy, 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 joy. Yeah, there's willpower. There's movement. You're doing your best. You're trying your best to move forward and create plans. There's willpower. But you're not revealing your plans. Seven of Swords, you're not revealing things. You're doing something secretly. And this is concerning your joy, concerning your happiness. You're very secretive, Virgo. At least this reading. With this reading, you're secretive about your joy. Yeah, you're pushing through. Okay, I don't know if you're pushing through to reunite with someone, because these two are cards of reunion. You're pushing through to reunite or rebuild. Maybe there's a broken marriage, broken family, broken institution, Four of Wands. But you're trying to rebuild something here. Rebuild your joy. You're trying to rebuild your... I told you, I cannot go wrong. Sorry, I'm not being arrogant. When I understand the cards, I really understand it. This is about your happiness, and you're trying to create. You have so much willpower to continue what you're doing, but you're keeping it as a secret. But you're moving forward with this plan. You're creating things, and this is what you're doing. You're rebuilding your happiness, your source of joy, your source of fulfillment. So if this is a broken marriage, you're trying to rebuild it. Rebuilding, therapy, rehabilitation, star card. And this is your joy. And I think your joy is concerning a woman. Now, I don't know if this is the same woman. I don't know if this is the same woman. Virgo, what is this? Because I think they're not. I think they're not. Remember the Empress. We have this. I told you, it's like the Empress is here. She has everything that you want, the beauty, abundance. She's not a gold digger. This is the Empress. This is someone who enrich people's lives when you get in contact with them. But there's a lack. I'm wheezing. There's a lack. There's a sense of lack here. The feeling of insufficiency. Beside the Ten of Cups. Like, what could go wrong with the Ten of Cups? This is everything that you've wished for. Like being in a 5-star hotel, but for some reason you're looking for street foods. I don't know. So I can definitely say these two are different feminine energy, because this one has this feeling. I can't move on. And this is another feminine energy that you're trying to rebuild. A source of joy concerning a feminine energy that you're trying to rebuild. You're pushing through, but you're keeping it as a secret. You're hiding something here. Virgo. But your inner knowing, the Hermit is trying to tell you, your Empress is here. Hey, just focus on your Empress. And you're like, no, I cannot focus on her. But the sense of enlightenment is coming to you. There's a sense of enlightenment. Something is growing. There's a growth of something here. So we need to focus on the positive. Tell me about this enlightenment. Maybe a spiritual person will make you realize what you need to do, if you know what I mean. This is not really you. It could be another person that's going to make you realize what you should do. Enlightenment. What is awaiting Virgo? I said it's going to be straightforward, but it looks like I'm not. I failed to do that, you know. Yeah, you're gonna have to say, okay, there's something here. Something's coming to you that you need to just surrender. Accept defeat. Accept the things that you cannot change. There's a judgment call. There's like the trumpet will be blown in order for you to make a move. You're gonna make a move. Maybe these are your ancestors, or your, I don't know, a dead grandmother or mother, or I don't know, someone, maybe a guardian angel or a spirit guide that's going to assist you in achieving this enlightenment on what matters to you the most. And this is concerning about your happiness, your joy. Maybe you couldn't decide between two women. I have to say it, because see, I feel like there's some kind of assistance that will help you understand how to move forward, how to achieve your joy. Is this an actual woman, or this is what you're... I think it is, because I already saw the cards earlier. Maybe this is a person who passed away and you cannot move on from them, but you have a woman at home. So I don't know how twisted or complicated your story is, but eventually you have to pick up the pieces and go and move on with your life if this person has passed already. You're trying to rebuild your life, your joy after a loss, but you have an Empress. You have an Empress with you. You're following your heart. Oh. Okay. I don't know if there's an apology coming to you, or maybe a good news is coming to you to take you out of this misery. Knight of Cups, maybe a good news. Yeah, a sense of clarity. Yeah, okay, something is going to be revealed to you. Something is bothering you. Okay, there's an information here that you don't know. There's an information here that you don't know. That's why I was like, this is a discovery of something that will make you, that will make your heart glad of joy. Glad. That will make your heart glad. You will discover something that will put you out of this Nine of Swords energy. You've been, I think there was a news of death or a news of a painful news, and I think there's going to be a clarity about that issue, maybe within 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And this clarity will bring a sense of enlightenment to you. And this enlightenment is concerning this joy, your source of joy. You could be dealing with a woman named Joy, blonde hair, loves floral attires, or someone who dances like no one's watching. There's a sense of clarity, a clarifying news, and it's coming to you. I wish you guys all the best. Good luck.